spoke to the great man himself and asked him what it's like being on Strictly Come Dancing for the past 4 years. This is Johannes.
No. The past 4 years has been absolutely incredible and
Mhm.
life changing. The fact that I can now call the United Kingdom home, oh hallelujah! I never ever thought that I would get here, so it's absolutely been beautiful, beautiful.
Well, obviously, like you say, you now call it your home. You're originally from South Africa. How did you get into dance? Like, how did that become a thing for you?
Do you know what, darling? I stumbled across dance. I went to the recreation hall one day because all my friends were going there. And there was a couple that demonstrated what ballroom and Latin was to me. So for me, it was never about the dancing, darling. It honestly was about the sparkles they were wearing. I was like, I want to wear those clothes. Well, then they encouraged me to come, every single day and learn. And they said, you can do it. And once that dance bug bit, I think Mom saw how happy I was doing it. So she encouraged it. And my aunt paid for everything at the time. And I went to a dance competition and my life was forever changed. I've done nothing else ever since.
It's incredible. Obviously, in your own personal life, you're an out and proud advocate for people with gay rights and your sexuality and things like that. And then you became the first male same-sex couple on Strictly. What did that mean to you?
That was absolutely beautiful and assuring in a lot of ways. If I'm being selfish about this, it has helped me heal my wounds because, as you know, as a gay man, you walk around with this shame and you know that there's certain places in the world where you cannot be who you are because
Absolutely.
of your sexual orientation, and when this opportunity came, I was a bit apprehensive in the beginning because I was like, the flack that's going to come with this, I'm just not here for it. I'll just be here doing my thing. But when I realized what's been happening to my community for all these years and continues till today, I was like, this would mean so much to so many people. And yeah, I just built the courage too. And I was grateful that I had somebody who was courageous as well.
Absolutely.
To this, yeah.
No, it's fantastic. Like we say, you got to runner-up stage, and for that kind of stance in TV, for a lot of shows out there, we see more gay relationships in TV now than we did before. But to have a same-sex couple that was male for the first time, and it was only the year before we got a female one, to then get to runner-up, it was incredible for such a moment. Honestly, I'm well happy for you.
Thank you. I said, my darling, it's because I feel like my faith in humanity has been restored. And it just shows how far we've come as people. It is incredible what this country, how progressive things are and where people are at. I know we've got a long way to go, but the truth of the matter is, my partnership with John has made life better for other people.
As we'll not get into the talk of other shows, such as Celebrity MasterChef ones that got into the fact that burritos weren't cool enough for what that show was. I agree with you. I think the burrito's top notch.
Thank you. Who doesn't love a bit of a burrito at 2 a.m.?
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? I thought I nailed that.
I agree. I 100% agree. Now, the reason you're actually here is not to talk about a burrito. You're here to talk to us about your new show, Freedom, that you're doing on the 6th of April at the Manchester Opera House. What exactly is Freedom? Freedom
is the freedom to do exactly what it is that I want to do. Dance to my music for the first time in my life. And while doing it, put on a pair of feathers and heels for an audience of people that know Johannes and that accepts one for who they are. I think it's going to be a beautiful thing because I'm surrounded by 10 beautiful, diverse dancers and 2 musicians on a beautiful set. And the costumes are going to be out of this world. And just the choreography that me and Jess has put together has been incredible. So I can't wait, obviously, to connect with my people through dance and just share the love.
Absolutely. Well, I've seen the poster and it definitely looks like you're giving us the whole South African vibe with it. I mean, the poster, it's giving me the Lion King straight off the bat. I mean, I'm assuming that's what you were going for.
No, you know what? It's bigger than that. That outfit represents my hometown, you know, the rural areas of South Africa, and a Zulu boy becoming of age. So that is that's how we dress back home when we celebrate one. We put on our full attire, you know. It's
a gorgeous attire, it really is, and you do stand out in it, if I do say so myself.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. So the show's on, like we say, it's on the 6th of April at the Opera House. How can people get tickets for it then?
Well, go onto my Instagram or go online. The link would be johannes-live.com. You will find all the details on there, but also on my social platforms. I've got the links in my bio. Just click on them, people, and let's go out for an evening of a dance and celebration.
Sounds perfect after the year we've all just had. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the show, Johannes. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and good luck with the show.
Thank you. I might call Manchester my home soon. Just saying.
Oh, well, I know there's a certain Manchester Queen, Davina De Campo, who would like to dance with you one day, so I think you'll be able to call it your home one day.
Baby, you put it out in the universe. Let's go.
We've put it with positive thoughts out. Well, next time we see Davina, I'm going to go, right, we've sorted it now. We're hosting it. It's going to be live on the show.
I love her. Thank you very much for having me.
No problem at all. Thank you very much, Johannes.
Yeah, Johannes, everybody.
See that, the way it just like came back straight onto me.
It's clever, isn't it?
Wasn't it?
It's continuity. Now, we must firstly apologise for the lack of sound at the beginning. It's technical, everybody, a live show. So we will tell you again who's on the show today.
Yes.
Who's on the show?
Well, as you've already seen, we've got Johannes from Strictly Come Dancing.
We've got Amy Anzel all the way from The Apprentice.
We've got Professor Ben Garrod, who's the Dino Man.
And indeed, we've got these two here as well. You might recognise him from The Weather. That's our Paul Rudd. We'll talk to you in a minute about the weather. And we've also got from Coffee for Craig, a fabulous charity. This is our Rishi, everybody. Paul Rudd. We're going to ask you again, what is up with this weather?
It's very windy outside and we might get blown away.
Blown away?
Blown away.
Well, I'd sooner be blown away than blown off. I'll be honest with you.
Honestly.
I win.
I've not been blown too hard in a while.
No, I can imagine, Flo. So
the weather out there, it's moist, it's wet, and we've got a few things to go on, including what's on in Manchester.
Here's your roundup of what's on across Greater Manchester. Our very own Brandon was at opening night of Blood Brothers yesterday and loved it. Fans of North West legend Willie Russell can catch it until the 26th of February at the Palace Theatre. Into your fictional crime thrillers, Manchester Library's Crime Festival launched today in celebration of the very best crime writers from Manchester and the North. It includes panel discussions and a murder mystery night. Calling fans of Fleetwood Mac, this Saturday at Gorilla, Fleet Macwood, a remix project and party dedicated to one of the greatest bands of our time, presents Wild Heart Disco for one night only. And Manchester's favourite Irish venue, O'Shea's, recently announced a 2-week Irish festival in March, with celebrations, of course, kicking off on St Patrick's Day. You best book now because there's not many tickets left. And remember, if you have an event you'd like us to mention, just drop us a line. Contact us at yourmcr.com.
Next up on the show, I've got someone who I'm nicknaming Ben the Dino Man because it's incredible what he does. Please welcome Dr. Ben Garrod.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me on. It's fun to be here.
It's not a problem at all. Now, you have done a lot in your career. You've worked with a lot of primates, to be fair. You've done different things like Primates of the Caribbean. You've worked with the great David Attenborough that he is. But the first thing that I sort of want to ask you about, it's the question that nobody ever asks an adult anymore. What's your favourite dinosaur?
Oh, see, everyone asks this adult that question. It's really tough and it changes on a regular. I'm just like that nerdy little child still that their favorite dinosaur changes on a weekly, hourly basis almost. I think at the moment it's probably Ankylosaurus, this heavily armored, four-legged tank that used to walk around at the same time as T-Rex with this massive armored tail with like a sledgehammer of bone at the end of it to take out the ankles of any would-be predators. I think that's my favorite this week.
I think my favorite will still be a Triceratops. I don't know why. I just think they look fantastic. Oh, I'm just there. They're just so cheerful. I say that like we can see them on a daily basis, but they just always seem like they're just treading along, eating their leaves. Just don't interrupt their day. Like they're just having a great time. Now, you're here to talk to us about your new show.
I always explain it as a combination between a really, really heavy, serious science lecture and the silliest, naughtiest, most playful pantomime you can imagine. And if you sort of mix the two somewhere in the middle, you're kind of there. So it's the same science I would give to my undergraduate students for 5 to 10-year-olds, and it can be done in a fun, engaging, accessible way where we're shouting out and screaming quite often, and that's just the adults. And it's quite playful. We're trying to uncover, quite literally, my ultimate prehistoric predator. But in order to do that, the kids and the adults have to help me answer a whole bunch of questions based on the content, based on what I'm asking them, and we're gonna try and deconstruct a lot of what we know, or inverted commas, think we know about dinosaurs. You just said that cute, happy, friendly Triceratops. They were aggressive, dominant, horrible beasts that would have absolutely ripped to pieces a T-Rex.
Don't ruin my sweet little,
they were
my sweet Triceratops.
Today, these were big, scary, socially complex animals at times. So I think we're understanding more about dinosaurs than we've ever done before.
Well, there's obviously the whole thing that we've discovered more recently, that such things like that, a lot of dinosaurs had feathers. Like, I think that's incredibly interesting, as something that we never expected, that more of them have more detail to them we previously expected from them. Can we expect to see things like that from the show?
Oh my goodness, yes. Not only do we talk about the feathers, we talk about how we know they had feathers, how we know what color and patterns these feathers were. And we do know for lots of the dinosaurs now what some were really lovely oily black, like a starling. Some were red and white patched. We even had some bright ginger ones with stripes running down their tail.
Not to be on typical topic of it, I just want to know, because you are technically the genius on all things dino, how close is Jurassic World and Jurassic Park to being a true thing? Are they close enough to what dinosaurs are actually like, or are they wrong?
No. If I want to watch a factually accurate franchise, I probably wouldn't watch Jurassic Park and the subsequent films. However, they're really inspiring. They're really good fun. They're playful. They're nice. There is some science in there, of course, like the social behaviors of some of the dinosaurs.
What made you want to go from monkeys to dinos?
Well, one of the things I talk about in the show is the relevance and the opportunities within science. I'm a big ambassador for what we call STEM, so science, technology, engineering, maths, and medicine. And unless you're a super nerdy kid, very often we don't think science is there for us. But what I try and get across as well is the bit of science there for everyone, and you haven't got to choose. It's like a buffet, where if you go to a buffet and you pick the very first thing you eat and you only eat that the whole meal, you're kind of missing out on all the opportunities there. So I don't exclusively work with dinosaurs at all. I work with anything that's ever evolved. So it can be monkeys, it can be mammoths, it can be dinosaurs, it can be sea sponges. My area is evolution, and I think that's really appealing for kids, that you don't have to choose something when you're 5 or 10, because science is so cool.
So I expect later on we'll see Dr. Ben Garrod on the evolution of Pokemon at some point. I'm very excited for that show. It'll be a very interesting one.
Do you know, it's really interesting you say that, because I'm not a big Pokemon fan. Sorry, anyone who's a massive Pokemon fan there. But what I do know is that I know they change and they evolve, and so basically what you're doing there by playing Pokemon, you're teaching evolutionary biology. You're looking at really complex stuff that I teach my university students, like phylogenies and taxonomy and the way we classify all these different things based on behavior, based on anatomy. You've got that in Pokemon. It's great. And that kind of demonstrates that, it kind of demonstrates that science doesn't have to be boring or dull or whatever. It can be, you can have fun and learn at the same time. And I think that's a big thing that we've missed, or we kind of forget sometimes, especially coming out of school. I think we realize that it's you learn or you have fun. We can do both.
Absolutely. So we've got your show coming out. So You Think You Know About Dinosaurs. It's on February 26th at the Waterside Arts Theatre. where can people buy tickets?
You can buy tickets from my website, so www.bengarrod.co.uk, and that's BenGarrod. You can also buy them from the theatre website itself, and I'm just putting it all online on social media. So if you can't find these tickets, then yeah, that's you're not
a problem.
Place. If you Google "So You Think You Know About Dinosaurs" tickets, you'll find them somehow.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for having a chat with us, Ben. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and we look forward to seeing everything about dinosaurs.
Thank you.
It's Jo Brittany, neurosculpting performance coach for another minute of mojo. Are you feeling a little bit flat or fed up with life at the moment? There's a theory called the gap and the gain. And so for many of us who feel like life is a bit pants at the moment, it could be that we're living in the gap, meaning we're focused on what we're missing or missing out on, the gap, rather than what we're blessed with, the gain. And so here is one simple thing that you can do to live life more in the gain, and it is to practice daily gratitude. Scientific studies have shown that people that practice daily gratitude live longer, healthier and happier lives. So what can you be grateful for each day? Perhaps it's as simple as my breath is breathing itself, or I have access to food and water and shelter. Try practicing daily gratitude and see how you can live life in the gain. I'll be back next time for another minute of mojo. In the meantime, you can come and connect with me for more daily motivation, inspiration, tips and advice to live a happier and healthy life over on my Instagram account, jobritton.mojo.
Communicating. Well, there we go, everybody. She communicates properly.
Communicate with
I love it. It's wonderful. She's telling us all about keeping your mojo. How's your mojo been this week, she'd ask?
I've had a good mojo because actually it's been my birthday.
Oh,
I
knew you'd get that.
I had to. No, it's been my birthday. I've had my mum over. It's been pretty nice.
So do you feel different now you're 30?
Excuse-moi. 12. I like to think I still look it. I try to call myself a twink still, alright.
Do you? Keep trying. Right, moving on to our next guest, everybody. Now, she's been here before, and she's always one sensational guest that we like to have here because she's always drumming home a brilliant point. So welcome, Risha, to our lovely studio. How are you?
I'm good.
How's everything going, Coffee for Craig-wise?
Really well, actually. Yeah, we're getting there. We're having new guests quite a lot, which isn't so good. But
perhaps explain to viewers that didn't see you the last time you were here exactly what Coffee for Craig is.
So we work with people who are sleeping on the streets. We run the only 7-night-a-week drop-in for people to come in. They get a really beautiful home-cooked meal. They get advice and signposting, and they get a little bit of relaxation, a bit of banter from us, and see how we can help them on their sort of next steps to recovery and coming off the streets.
And you've moved to a nice facility now, haven't you? I went to see it a few months back, didn't I? It's lovely. Tell everybody what facility you've got in there.
It is. So we've got a kitchen, showers. We've got a lovely dining room. We've got a big, massive telly. We've got board games. We play chess and Connect Four. We've got a little bit of a chess tournament going on each night.
So it's all there. But you are looking at upgrading your kitchen, aren't you?
We are. So when we got the building, it was just before lockdown in 2020. We went into lockdown and we had to sort of make do and mend what we could do. So we had to build this brand new kitchen, but unfortunately we could only get a domestic kitchen. And our chef Stuart, he's cooking 350 meals a week for people.
350 meals?
Yeah, because we're open 7 nights a week and we've got, lots of people coming in. So obviously the kitchen isn't sort of standing up to the pressure that it's got. We're on our, I think, 6 lot of ovens. So we've had 6 ovens and they're just about to go as well. So we needed a fully sort of
because it's proper food that you serve there, isn't it?
Yeah, all home cooked.
Yeah, it's not you boiling the bag stuff at all, is it?
No, not at all.
No, it's good stuff.
Sort of stands out just how many people actually take part in Coffee for Craig to be making 350 meals a week.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incredible.
So service requirements then is heightened.
It certainly has. So all our kitchen's falling apart. Actually, if you go on our website, you'll see our very sad charity appeal for a brand new kitchen, and you'll see exactly
It's what
how
we have
bad
here.
our kitchen is.
There we go, everybody. I don't know how that picks up. Let's dip it down a bit. There we go. So you're looking, let me try and read backwards now. Our kitchen's on its last legs. Can you help continue to
Continue to offer a hot meal and safe space to the 70480 to donate £2.
I mean,
That's a very professional, isn't it?
is there a certain target that you're looking to get to?
So we're hoping to get, I think it's 20,000.
Okay.
So we're kind of a quarter of the way there. We've got lots of fundraisers. So sort of tune in to Coffee for Craig on Twitter, on Facebook, and keep an eye on our website. And we've got lots of sort of fantastic fundraisers coming. I don't
think the kitchen's ever been so important, has it?
No, do you know what? We've got lots of plans for the kitchen as well. So Stuart, he's a professional chef. He's doing his qualification for teaching people. So once we get an industrial kitchen and we get it sorted, what we want to do is invite a lot of our guests in to learn how to budget, learn how to cook, learn basic kitchen skills.
Wow.
So that they can, once they sort of move on into their own accommodation, they can learn how to cook for themselves, but also get those skills that you need to move on to jobs in the kitchen industry, hopefully.
Yeah.
So we've got lots of plans moving forward for people's recovery and moving on, but we need that kitchen desperately. So we're looking.
The story of Coffee for Craig is so important as well, though. Perhaps just tell everybody where it all originates from.
So Craig was my brother. I found out he was street homeless, and then I started to volunteer for Life Share. And then about 3 months into sort of finding out he was actually street homeless, I got a phone call from my sister saying that he died in a car park on his own of a heroin overdose, which kind of my whole world fell apart. Myself and Hendrix, my husband, we put a post onto Facebook saying if anyone sees someone sleeping on the streets, give them a cup of coffee, say it's from Craig. And that was allegedly it.
Yeah.
Sort of 8 years later, nearly 9 years.
Span into this.
Yeah, we've got a 7-night-a-week drop-in. We're working with Manchester's sort of most vulnerable people sleeping on the streets. We're providing a drop-in for them to come at a safe space 7 nights a week, and we're sort of onwards and upwards. We've got our own building. The meanwhile, it's
good. Yeah. Well, no, it's a lovely, lovely story, and it's a lovely, lovely place. But it's sad at the same time that we still need these things.
It's criminal when you think about it. At this day and age, why people are sleeping on the streets. We've got buildings. We've got enough room for everyone to get a flat for themselves.
Yeah.
And yet there are still people on the streets, and it's just not right. We shouldn't be allowing this to happen, really.
No, they shouldn't. Do you think the people that come to you, most of them do go and sort of improve life for themselves?
Yeah, we have quite a lot of people who have really good success stories. We've got a member of staff who started off as a guest right at the very beginning, and we've sort of been with him throughout his journey. He's now got his own flat, and he's actually our building manager. He works with us. So
there is success stories, because I think some people still look at the homeless as, waste of time, waste of space, and it's just not what it is. All these people have lived lives and have lived a life to get to where they are. So
exactly.
Time to remember all that as well.
Through trauma, through relationship breakdown, a lot of people now are becoming homeless through COVID, losing their jobs, losing their house.
Yeah.
Relationship breakdown because, suddenly being thrown into lockdown, a lot of people discovered that maybe they shouldn't be together or whatever. So there's so many people coming through to us now, people who are skilled. We've got labourers, builders, mechanics, all sorts of people are coming to us who are skilled and just have fallen onto hard times, maybe haven't got a family who can support them, friends who are in similar situation to them, so they can't support them. It's heartbreaking. And we've got a lot of people with really bad mental health problems.
Yeah. And we are Manchester. We can help. I think that's one good thing about being here in the lovely Northwest. We are always, for the majority of the time, ready to help. For the time being, Risha, thank you so much. All right, then, we are going to jog over now to our culture queen. Where is she this week? Let's have a look.
I am here It's not a joke, it's true. It's my favourite building at the whole world, which is Manchester Central Library. Built in the 1930s, people think it's a lot older than it is, but she's not. She's a young lady in comparison to some of the other buildings. And I'm going to be going inside and seeing Siobhan O'Connor. We worked together before on different projects, and my students will be here quite soon to have a look at what's going on in the library. And we're going to go into the bowels and look at the archives. Can't wait. Come on. Not many people come here. It's absolutely fantastic. And what you can't tell via film is, oh, look at that. There's a tour going on, so that's why you can hear the talking. You can't, the smell, the absolute smell is wonderful of old books. This is what you don't see in Manchester Central Library, but this is the fantastic stuff that they have down here. Don't want to be left here at night. I feel like something from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, what about this? We've just been talking about Peterloo Massacre and the fact that as a result of the Peterloo Massacre, the Manchester Guardian started.
I'm Siobhan O'Connor. I work in archives, which is a department in Manchester Central Library, and I also have responsibility for Manchester Library generally, for events and activities. I'm sort of the community engagement officer, which is not what my title says, but that's sort of what I do mainly. Okay, so this is one of the earliest books to integrate text and woodcut illustrations. So it took a very long time to produce. I'll just show you some of these. So these are woodcut illustrations. And some of them are repeated because there's so much in this, it would have taken so long.
Well, our next guest joins us right now, everybody. Now, you may have been catching up with her in the past 6 weeks on The Apprentice, everybody. But who knew her whole life before it, everybody? She's got so much to tell us. So please welcome to our show, the one and only Amy Anzel. How are you? Welcome.
Hi, Belinda. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with you.
It's fantastic. We've got to talk about The Apprentice this year. I really just wanted to talk about your beauty products and everything. But The Apprentice, did you enjoy it?
You know what? I did enjoy it overall. I made some great friends. It was a great life experience. Perhaps it wasn't as I expected it to be. Obviously, I got fired in week 6 and I thought, oh my gosh, it's the BBC. It's going to be 95% business, 5% entertainment. And actually, I came out thinking, it's 95% entertainment, 5% business. So I thought I can go on there, showcase my business acumen, show Lord Sugar what I can do, but not really. It doesn't really give you that opportunity. It's not it doesn't come close to real life business, in my opinion.
So what happened? Why do you feel you were eliminated then?
Honestly, I am still ruminating. Like, seriously.
I think we all are.
They didn't show a lot for a reason. And I'll tell you, so I've been watching the show for 10 years religiously. I could tell you who won in every season and when they were PM. And I've always seen people be PM for the first time week 7. Oops, sorry. I'm going to just week 7 or even week 8 at the latest. Even last season, Dean was PM week 7 for the first time. And Lottie and Ryan Mark were PM for the first time week 8. His winner in season 7, 2011, Tom Pelleru, he was PM for the first time week 8. And then Mark Wright, also another winner, PM for the first time week 7. So I was thinking, I'm showing him what I could do. I'm contributing significantly to every single task. I was sub-team leader 4 out of 6 tasks, which I thought was a good thing. I was showing him my leadership by being sub-team leader. Honestly,
and yet they said you were dodging, didn't they?
They didn't show much of that. Do you see? Like, they're just they were trying to write my narrative, which was I was dodging, I was shirking the PM role. When actually, I was showing my leadership skills and just waiting, because he also said, wait till there's synergy between you and the task. So I did put myself up as PM in week 2 when it was a children's electric toothbrush. I've manufactured sonic devices. I have a child. It was a perfect fit. But then sadly, there was a girl that actually has manufactured children's electric toothbrushes. So she was a better choice. And part of being a good business leader is recognizing when someone is better suited for a job than you. So all in all, I thought, I'm playing this game right, aren't I? And then there was a tourism task in North Wales, and he thought I should put myself up for that. And then the beauty industry started calling my name, and I veered off into that. And that's my background.
So you say you veered off into the beauty industry. Tell us, how have you got involved in that? What do you have in terms of the beauty industry?
Well, Linda, I need to send you my products, and I will. I need to get your address.
Okay.
So I used to sell the No-No on QVC. It's a hair removal device. And I recognized that people like the idea of the hair removal, but they didn't like the idea of waiting to see results and some pain and the expense. So then I thought, wait a minute, everybody needs a dermaplaning tool in their life. So I couldn't find these types of tools anywhere in the UK at the time. This is 12 years ago. And then I thought, well, instead of going to the US, New York, schlepping them all back here, I'm going to start manufacturing them. And that's what I did. I started to manufacture them 4 years ago. And now we're the #1 UK dermaplaning brand.
It looks really very, very good. I like it. Where can people get this then if they want to get hold of this?
Our website, HollywoodBrowser.com, Amazon, Boots, ASOS, Argos. Look fantastic and feel unique.
Bizarre. We've got to ask you about, first of all, the nice cake that you've been displaying. And we've got to ask you, strange, but we've got to ask you about the comments that you made on Twitter as well. The word homo is being used. Explain yourself around that, please.
Okay, the homo comment. So after week 3, all of a sudden, I just had so many more followers from the community. It was very interesting. Perhaps I was a bit more sassy and I did some eye rolls and something about what I did resonated with the community. Yeah, so basically, I was really welcomed in by so many more gay followers. It was amazing. I got a call from Gadio to come and do a little guest spot on the breakfast show. I got a call from Manchester Pride to come and do a chat with them. So it was just fantastic. So I made a trip to Manchester, where I have a lot of gay friends as well. And we went out to a gay bar, and I was sitting there with my 2 gay friends, male friends, and we were just having fun. And there were so many people coming up and just showing me the love and wanting a photo and just having lovely chats. It was the best. I had the best time. So as a joke, we were looking at my Twitter and people were posting the pictures. And as a joke, we just wrote, we're all sitting there together and we're like, ha ha ha, mobbed by homos, ha ha ha. And oh my God, like very divided response. So, I felt bad that I offended certain people or I upset certain people. So I immediately took it down because the response was very divided, like I said. And so, I wrote that. And the funny thing is, people are still pouncing. Like, here I wrote this apology because if I upset people, of course, I want to apologize for that. It wasn't my intention. But then people are still kind of pouncing. And I thought, who's right here? It's like, here I'm doing I thought the right thing by apologizing, yet people are still being so critical and harsh. And,
Did you think you were wrong?
Did I think I was wrong? I was wrong in that I upset people by using the word, but I wasn't aware that as someone who's not gay, some gays would find me using that word offensive or upsetting. Yeah. And I did do a poll afterwards of all my closest male gay friends, and literally no one said they would find that offensive.
Amy, what's next for you?
Onwards and upwards. It's obviously not an investment in partnership with Lord Sugar, but I'm open to anything and everything, really. I mean, listen, my focus is, of course, on scaling up and expanding my business, Hollywood Browser Beauty, into something massive and global. And, I want to be like, how people think of Spanx for shapewear. I want to be that for beauty, dermaplaning, and brow shaping tools, Hollywood Browser Beauty. I want it to be a household name. So
we ran out of time, unfortunately, now, though, Amy. But thank you so much for coming on the show this evening and having a chat with us. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you so much. It's been lovely to chat with you.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.
Thank you. So will it be on later? Should I?
Yes, it will be. In fact, it's on right now.
It's on now. It's
It's
there.
on
It's live.
If
live.
anything, Amy, there's only one thing we can truly say,
Yes.
and that is
You're fired. Now, with that in mind, everybody, one gentleman who's definitely not fired, in fact, he's all over the blinking country at the moment, aren't you, Flower? Eh? How is the weather? It just seems to be getting worse and worse.
It's awful this week. We've got Storm Dudley coming tonight.
Yeah.
We've also got Eunice on Friday.
Right.
And we might be being blown about all over the place. We might be blown off in some way.
My God. You had to get it in, didn't you? I tell you.
As long as it's not storm flatulence.
Storm flatulence, oh no.
That's the F. I thought it was pretty good.
Speaking of which, we'll have to start brewing up soon, won't we? We will. Now, listen, Paul, where have you been this week, please?
I'm in Oldham again.
In Oldham?
Yes, I've been to the Oldham Coliseum because I've seen so many plays there. Met so many lovely people there.
I've worked there, the Oldham Coliseum.
Oh, really?
I did our day out there many, many moons ago.
Oh, fabulous.
I was a lollipop man. I was a shop worker. I was everything that the rest of the good-looking kids didn't get. I was them all. I was. Anyway, let's have a look at your weather. We'll talk a little bit more in a second.
Hello, my lovely weather watchers, and welcome to this week's weather forecast with me, Paul Rudd. And I'm here in Oldham, and I'm just outside the fabulous Oldham Coliseum. And I've come to see many plays here, and there's some fantastic productions on the way. So check out the Oldham Coliseum website. All right, this week's weather, it's looking rather wet and miserable, but there may be a little bit of sunshine, but it's looking a little bit wintry as well. So let's check out this week's weather details. Here they come. All right, Thursday is looking sunny and cloudy with rain with the temperatures of 7 degrees Celsius. Friday is looking like rain, wintry showers with the temperatures of 6 degrees Celsius. And as we head into the weekend's weather right now, well, it's looking like a bit of a wishy-wash out. Rain on Saturday with the temperatures of 7 degrees Celsius, and on Sunday it's looking like rain with the temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius. So I'm not ruling out snow as well. I'll keep you more informed on that at a later date. But right now, from me, Paul Rudd, here at the Oldham Coliseum here in Oldham, it's time to go back to the studio for this week's fabulous episode of, are you ready? Your Manchester!
I'm not very inspired by that weather, I have to admit, Paul.
I know, it's not good, is it?
It'll soon be summer though, won't it? You even mentioned snow.
I know.
I know.
I hate getting the white stuff all over me.
It's terrible, isn't it? It goes straight through your clothes and everything.
And remember when I first started in the garden, it was lovely and sunny, wasn't it?
We're going to get sun again this year, though.
As long as we see you back in the hot tub, that's all I care about.
Oh, I know.
Well, I've still got a very special one coming up for you.
Oh.
And I hope you like all the locations
And we do.
where I've been going.
In fact, we'll ask our viewers if they want to send you out in particular. If they want to send you somewhere, I mean, you can go.
Yeah.
I'm not
Do it from our place.
You can do it from there.
I will.
Let's do that one week.
As long as
I'll
we're
do
not
that,
sending
definitely.
to Spain or something. We're not paying for that ticket.
No, I'll go to Spain if anybody needs to go to Spain, I tell you. Well, that's our full-on show done. It's quite amazing, isn't it? You see, I'm looking at Paul, I'm looking at Rishi, and I'm thinking both of them have very important consequences around the weather, because it's important for your people, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
See, all comes in circles. That's why this is the place where the city comes to talk. What?
What's it say from across?
What does it say?
On platform, everything is connected.
Everything is connected, and it also says 9 3/4. Is that right?
I mean, maybe not in Manchester. You have to trek the whole way to Mordor to get to platform 14.
We know where Mordor is, don't we? We can. All right, everybody. You've been absolutely delighted to watch tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you to our guests as well. Thank you to our in-studio guests, our Paul and our Rishi, everybody. Thanks to our Ash as well for doing the what's on. Are you waving? There we go. There she is. Pop that down now. Pop that down. There we go. We just keep her in a cupboard under the stairs, everybody. It's the most important. And thanks to you, lovely people watching. Next week, we have got the star of Footloose, Mr. Jake Quickenon, joining us in studio, everybody. So we're looking forward to that. Till then, thanks, everybody. Stay in contact with all our social medias and, of course, our podcast. And thanks for watching this week's episode of Your Manchester!